Welcome everybody to the AEW Rewind podcast. My name is Shawn Blong,
And I'm Justin Bradley.
and we're going to be giving our predictions for AEW All Out 2020.
This Saturday, man, it kind of crap up on us, man. I was thinking about it when we first were talking about this. Like, I was like, dude, All Out so far away, and we're already here. It feels like time.
Yeah,
flies.
it really did come at a pretty high speed, like a really high speed. It really just felt like we went from All Out's coming up, and then now it's All Out.
And
There's been a lot going on too.
There's like we said in our last pod reviewing Dynamite from this week, the Go Home show. There's a lot. This pay-per-view is huge for the company, and I think they're gonna nail it out of the park, which they have been really doing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just a huge transition for the company because you could see a lot of like big names go a face or a heel, and great
A lot of stories are
storytelling
going to be
here.
changing.
Yeah, a lot of stuff could be changing, but maybe it's another red herring, and nothing changes again. But I doubt that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like the show like this, there's got to be a bunch of
100%.
title changes. There's only maybe one title that you could almost say it would be defended successfully.
Yeah, for sure.
So we have the buy-in to the pay-per-view. We have the Big Swole versus Britt Baker and the whatever this match is going to be because we don't really know what it is yet. It was at the Tooth and Nail match, which we don't know what it is yet.
Yeah. I don't really want to talk too much about this. I don't know how you. I don't have much to say about it. Basically,
I
I
don't
don't
have much
know.
about to say it at the pre-show. I'm pretty sure it's Big Swole will probably win.
Yeah, I think so too.
It just feels like how they've just been stacking all the odds and how Britt Baker's been kind of running away. Though it is there could be a possibility that Britt Baker could win, but it would no way be like a clean victory. You have to be like some outside to be able to some outside help to win. But I think Big Swole will probably end up winning this.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get
into
the main card, the good stuff.
So in the list that we have here, the card, we have the match that was made on Dynamite. The Jurassic Express against the Young Bucks.
And I'm excited for this match. Not only because the whole Young Bucks feud. You know what? They're kind of set up to be the heels in this match.
That is basically what it seems like they're setting up.
And I think it's really gonna lead to that. We'll have to see what happens, later on in the night or whenever this match happens. If they do it before the tag championships or after, I think could play a big role. But I think they're gonna put this before.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be before. It would just make more sense.
Yeah. So I think the Young Bucks. I think they win here. Right or no?
Yeah, I think they would win because they've been showing off their more aggressive side. The only way I could see the way they would see them losing would be if they wanted to make the story tell that like they're starting to get more and more frustrated at themselves.
Yeah, I think they have to win here. I won't say that. I hate not burying, but I wish they could pick up a win. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. I think they could, like Jurassic Express could win, but
yeah,
or not Jurassic, whatever it's called. Did I say it right?
Yeah, it's Jurassic Express.
Okay, for some reason I thought I said it wrong. I just call him, dinosaur guy. No, I don't call him that. But no. Anyways, I just think you have to give the win to Young Bucks here and keep building their momentum.
That's true. And
I don't know
feel
what they're gonna do after. I think they could go full heel after this match and just beat the crap out of them afterwards. But maybe
I feel like the Young Bucks are gonna do something that's pretty like outlandish for how they've been acting prior to everything that's happening with this story with Omega and Hangman. I feel like they're gonna do something real heel like style, like winning in this match to get the win. Yeah, that's why I think it's gonna happen. They're gonna do something to establish them as heels in this match.
Yeah, which is their best time. They're the best as heels. Like, sure, they're great, as they are right now, but they're just, I don't know. It takes them to the next level when they're cocky. Like, I don't know if you guys just watch their PWG or anything, man. Like with the Bullet Club, anything with Ring of Honor, it just they're so much better as heels. I don't know how to explain it. They just are.
Yeah, they know how to be really really cocky when they try to do that.
And the thing is also, I think they need a new look. Like, not a new look, but I think just to kind of change from the bright, vibrant colors, like just go full heel, like wear black
Yeah, or
pants.
just like something a little different, just change it up from their normal look.
Like no
Because
more goofy Christian AF shirts, those kind of things,
I mean, I guess those can probably stay. Just be really, they would just be sarcastic with that.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what you would do with that whole thing. That's kind of more of a BTE kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the next match we have on the card that to talk about we have is Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara with this Broken Rules match.
So we kind of covered this in this match. I mean, in this match in the last show. But I think Sammy's going to lose because he's going to take some crazy bump that ends the match and he can't get up. Mainly, I think this because Matt Hardy's not leaving AEW.
Yeah, that's not going to happen because
I
that
wish
would
they
be.
wouldn't have said that because now it's just like, oh, I wonder who's going to win. But it's whatever. I'm happy to see Sammy take a crazy bump, like I said in the last show. Just I wonder what they're going to do
It just
for
makes sense
Sammy
because
to die.
yeah, it just makes sense because the whole thing has been like Matt Hardy's been trying to get his revenge back on Sammy, so it would just make sense that this would be the time for him to get his revenge.
Yeah, it'll be the receipt he has with the chair.
hmm But of course, there's gonna be something else that's gonna happen in this match. It's gonna be just absolutely ridiculous, and that's gonna be the finish for Matt Hardy to win.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my top matches of the night, in my opinion.
hmm It's gonna probably it'll be the most fun match of the night, even though
You think Chris Jericho's going to be more fun than that?
okay, that's a good point.
I don't
That's a
know.
good point.
I don't know how they're going to take that match. I hope it's funny, but I think
They could
that could
take
be
the
more
match anywhere,
second
but
of the night.
for like pure violence and out and like create like over the top
Yeah, that kind of
stuff,
stuff.
that's probably gonna be the match. So the next match we have to talk about is probably the one that we're not really looking forward to the most is the Dark Order versus Matt Cardona, Scorpio Sky, and the Natural Nightmares.
And again, I wouldn't say I'm not looking forward to it because anytime Dark Order's on my screen, I pay attention.
But it's
Because
just,
it's just, again, I
it's
talk about this also all the time. I'm tired. I'm sorry, but I'm tired of seeing QT and Dustin Rhodes as a team. Sorry, I'm
yeah,
yawning. It's
I don't
late. I don't
know.
know, man. We're getting late here, man. But anyways, I'm tired of seeing them as a team. Like I said, I'd rather they have a better team in TH2 just sitting around. We've seen them sit around, and I get their heels, whatever. But I think they need to kind of stop with this. Zack Ryder's great. Scorpio Sky's great, but I'm just not really interested, mainly because of QT and Zack Ryder, and also because I feel like Brody should be defending his belt, but maybe it is a little too soon. So
Yeah, yeah, we have because I obviously think the Dark Order is going to win this, and really I think probably after this, maybe I might say that the Natural Nightmares are probably not going to be on TV for a bit, and this will probably be a good place to bring up oh and Helico and Jack Evans.
I hope they do, man. They're so
And
talented.
yeah, and in my opinion, I feel like this is going to be like they probably said in the last episodes. This match will be more like a stepping stone for Brody Lee to defend his title, probably against Matt Cardona, because that's why I feel like they've just been. Once he joined this feud, I feel like they kind of really circled around him, and I feel like it's going to lead up to a match with him and Brody Lee.
Yeah, which will be fun, but obviously we know Matt Cardona's not going to win the belt. But
Especially
yeah,
with the uncertainty in his contract.
you just gotta keep building Brody Lee up and up and up. I mean, he's kind of at the top of his game right now, but you can just keep collecting wins and then have him face, a really really tough talent. I don't know who that would be, but
It could be also someone who might stand out in the Battle Royal.
yeah, I mean, we'll get into that. I completely forgot that was even on the card. That's another thing with AEW pay-per-views. I'm like, oh, this match, we still have this one to talk about. So there's a lot of stuff to think about.
So going into that Battle Royal, there's the 21-man Casino Battle Royal for the AEW Championship opportunity, which this could go literally anywhere, and I have absolutely no idea who could potentially win this.
So, okay, if I know you can't because we won't know who wins the title, but I think if Mox is who they're picking to win the title, or not win, regain, whatever, I think Lance Archer's gonna win.
That would make sense. It's just I feel
But
like
I
whoever
don't think
wins
Brian
that,
Cage wins it again.
no.
Especially if, yeah, I don't think he gets another title shot too soon. Ricky's not gonna win it. Darby maybe, but I
If
feel like we've,
MJF wins, maybe.
yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough. And then also you have the factor of, guest or not guest, but maybe new signings or, so debuts of anybody from who knows what.
Even though
So
that signings right now are kind of tough to get around.
yeah, so I don't know what they do here,
Yeah,
honestly. I think okay, so I'm just gonna say Lance Archer's gonna win because that's who my gut feeling is telling me. Because I think, well, we'll get into the Mox pick later, but I think Mox will retain. But I have no idea.
that is what my gut feeling is saying as well, but it also conflicts kind of when I think about this AEW Championship match. It's really the match I have the hardest picking. I might just say it's Lance Archer is gonna win. I don't
I mean, sure,
know.
it would be sick if Pentagon or Ray Phoenix won, because I would love them to be at the top of the company.
It's just so tough because I have no idea who could win this thing. It could go to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like Inner Circle's not winning it. Like they're not winning. Best Friends aren't winning. Maybe Serpentico wins. I saw him in there. Maybe he gets his
I don't know.
pick. No, I'm just kidding.
It's
But
just the thing is like when my opinion kind of conflicts with the championship match at the end, and I have this was like I don't know. It could
yeah, like I mean, we both kind of agree with this. Lance Archer probably, and then
maybe
probably Darby
probably
second, because Ricky I don't think is developed enough yet.
no. And
Because
Cage
Brian
is like
Cage
the
already
fourth.
did it.
I don't. Yeah, so one that would be Lance. Two possibility would be Darby. Who knows?
Or it's somebody that it's like John Cena shows up maybe or something. No.
What? It's okay. So it's number one, Lance. Number two, Darby. Number three, surprise.
Yeah,
Because I have no
surprise of
idea.
some sort.
Because it's this match so far is the hardest one to pick because they haven't really had anyone built up enough to say, well, they could definitely be champion, have an opportunity. So next we have is the AEW Women's Championship. Is between Hikaru Shida defending against Thunder Rosa.
And this is gonna be a great match. Probably gonna be one of the best matches for the women's roster, which isn't really hard to beat. Um, sorry. But anyways, I would love Thunder Rosa to win, just because
That
I
would
feel
be
like
that would make things really interesting if she came out as double champion.
I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think it is either.
the problem with me with Sheeta is like I know she can speak some English, but it's really hard to be a champion in an American country when you can hardly really cut promos. Or maybe she
Yeah,
can, man, and they're just
she
not giving her the time.
I'm pretty sure she had some like I remember on one promo she cut that was that one on the stage where she said she was asking for any champion and that was what led to Thunder Rosa coming over. She did speak English, but
Well, I know she
it
can
was a little
speak it,
bit.
but it's like how fluent and how well can she like cut a promo? That's where I think she could use a manager, but I just don't
Most
know who
of
that
like
would be.
yeah, and most of like what got most of the fans to like her was basically off of her wrestling ability and some of her like how like her body language in the ring.
Yeah, Gren, she's pretty really good wrestler in the ring,
Oh
and
yeah.
I think that, and so is Thunder Rosa. I mean, obviously. She's the NWA Women's Champion. But if my real pick is Shida, but I would love to see Thunder Rosa win here.
I think I have to agree. I have Hikaru Shida winning, but I
We pretty
would
much just agree
absolutely
on everything.
love. I mean, it's just that's just kind of somehow the nature of this sometimes, because sometimes matches you just look at them and think, well, I just feel like, well, this is where it's gonna go because this is how they've been booking it. But yeah, I would love if Thunder Rosa became double champion because that would make things really interesting.
Yeah, I just again like where do you go from there then? Like I don't know where
Yeah,
you go even if she retains. I guess you go back to Nyla. Like again, like you
yeah,
debut this is again that's not off topic, but like Nyla Rose, you debut her with Vicky, she makes a big announcement about Vicky Guerrero being her manager,
they did
and
that
they
at
just
the
disappeared.
Fighter Fest.
It's like they disappeared.
Did the tag thing and then didn't come back. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's why. Yeah, I would probably love it if Thunder Rosa won because that would make things. It would change how they need to book the women's division.
Yeah, and I mean it would show that NWA is a pretty good partnership with AEW at the moment.
Mm. But yeah, it would be the more easy pick would be Hikaru Shida because that would just kind of it'd make more sense because you would not have a Thunder Rosa be a champion for two companies at the same time.
Yeah, no way.
Because that would I don't know how you even book that on both shows. Or have contract negotiation.
Well, NWA is going out of business, so.
Well, we don't know that. But next we have is the AEW Tag Team Championship match between Kenny Omega and Adam Page against FTR. This is another one of those ones we can probably both agree on just based on booking.
All right, so so we're gonna make our prediction here, but then I'm gonna say what I think happens with the whole storyline thing going on. So this is gonna be a crazy match. Like this is gonna be just as good as the Revolution match, I think. It just obviously
It could be
won't
close
feel
to
the
that, yeah.
like I think it's gonna be really good, but I just think the atmosphere. I mean, it won't be the same. Like I think if you put this in front of a crowd, like no pandemic, like this could be as good as the Revolution tag match.
Mm-hmm.
But I think FTR gets the belts here. I think this is the split of Kenny
Yep, I do too.
and Kenny and Hangman, which sucks. But what I think is gonna happen, they're gonna lose somehow, and then I just think it's gonna end up like what I think could happen, right? Young Bucks come out after they win or whatever happens if this is before, they come out, somehow something happens during the match, they super kick Hangman and Kenny just leaves with them or something. Like I just think something's gonna happen where they all team up against Hangman and that Kenny's like, whatever, just take the belts. Maybe something like that.
Yeah, I am leaning towards that. I have obviously FTR, I have FTR winning. But I don't know. I'm unsure about Kenny Omega leaving with the Young Bucks just because we haven't seen Kenny Omega and Young Bucks kind of get together when Kenny Omega was being more aggressive. But I
That
don't
is
know
true.
what they are doing now because it's only been till this week where we saw the Young Bucks start becoming more aggressive. So we haven't really seen their characters kind of continue on with that because we haven't seen them tag together since I think the time they faced either Dark Order that one time.
Yeah. This is gonna be the storytelling in this match is gonna be great. Like even in the in ring stuff, like I'm sure there's gonna be. I mean, they're just these teams both just like there's a lot of heat.
Oh, there's a lot of heat.
A lot of heat for FTR. They're fine, but then you got FTR's heat versus Hangman, and you got FTR's heat versus Kenny, and then you have Kenny's heat with Hangman and Hangman's heat with Kenny. There's
Yeah.
a
Also,
yeah,
Also I think FTR is going to establish themselves as heels as well.
yeah, they kind of already did, but that's also the thing
Yeah, we
is like
already did.
it's just like I don't know, like should be a lot of heels like that. The Young Bucks and FTR kind of don't like each other, obviously. So like if Young Bucks go heel, like two heels, which I'm fine with.
I was just saying about FTR establishing themselves as heels just for the fact that this entire time they've been kind of middle of the road.
I think, well, the Young Bucks, they're like whenever fans come back, really come back, like even if they are heels, like they're gonna be like the good heels, not the good heels, but like the heels that
The
people
fans
still
would cheer
cheer for,
for.
kind of like Jericho.
Yeah,
And like,
FTR will be the detestable heels,
yeah, I think that's how it would go.
but
And
there would
obviously
still be a group of
they're
fans.
they're absolutely saving this match for FTR Young Bucks in front of a crowd,
Oh yeah, of
like a
course.
legit crowd. And I think that's the best. I mean, you got to do that. Like, could you imagine the first show back? You do that? Like, that would be insane.
Yeah, because by themselves they have such a split like
History.
fan group and history in themselves, so it just causes so much like conversation outside of wrestling, and then you see the stories being told in the ring. It's honestly would be like the perfect like matchup. I mean, right now, really,
Yeah, but you got to keep saving it.
we
You
gotta save
got
it.
to save it a couple more months. Hopefully, it's only like maybe 4 or 5 months. I don't know.
Save it forever until they can get
Save it for
a crowd.
Revolution in February. No,
I
save
don't.
it. Whole Gears in November if they keep doing this
I
plan
don't
or
know.
whatever.
Yeah, whatever they will do Revolution again. But I don't care if it takes till like 2022 or whatever till we get a full crowd. Just keep waiting for a full crowd to be able to have that match.
Yeah, don't let this pandemic ruin that moment. Wait till
Yeah,
you can do that again.
we need the full crowd for FTR and the Young Bucks to go against each other.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think FTR gets the win here, and I think stuff's gonna go down with
Yeah,
Hangman and the Young Bucks and the Kenny. So
and
I
Page
think
is
this
gonna be the
is
only one leaving face.
yeah, and I think that's gonna leave Hangman by himself. Everyone's gonna feel bad for him. I already feel bad for him. It's just gonna be he's set up for a babyface run, huge one. And again, splitting those two guys up, you got Kenny and Hangman now. Kenny could also go for the belt if Mox wins, but he's not winning the Battle Royal, so I
Yeah,
mean, Kenny could go for the belt. Hangman could go for the belt now. What if they split up for real?
I feel like when they split up, Adam Page would have a higher chance of getting a title run than he did in the beginning of
Oh,
AEW.
dude, he's developed so much. Like I remember when he won the Casino Battle Royal, which is a year ago, probably soon, or maybe it is already a year. Like he was not over, and people were like, "Dude, why would you have him win?" Because people didn't like him. But once he started doing the cowboy S word and a bunch of that stuff,
And drinking at the bar.
yeah, a lot of people really got emotionally attached to this guy, and he's a great wrestler too.
Mm. So we have next on the card Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy and the Mimosa Mayhem match.
Yeah,
Probably
and I
end this feud.
think this is gonna be a fun one. I hope
Oh
so.
yeah, I hope
I
so.
hope it's calm. Like I hope it's serious, but I hope there's some funny parts because what this thing is, I mean, there's been funny parts on Dynamite, but like during the actual matches, like I miss the funny Orange Cassidy and the funny Chris Jericho, and I really hope they kind of bring that back.
Yeah, what like I was just thinking about right now is that I feel like this match needs to be serious at times, but this needs to be the more lighthearted moment of this entire show. It needs to be. It needs to be the lighthearted moment of the show.
And then what I think happens, Cassidy wins, and Jericho just goes off the show for a while.
That would make the most sense, really. I
Again,
mean,
great minds think alike here. We kind of have the same answers.
it's like it really only like something like this is never one of those segments where like the booking just kind of like it kind of just tells that like
Yeah,
this
let's
whole thing
yeah.
of Orange Cassidy trying to prove himself is basically even the bottom line. I feel like this will have to be the moment.
And we all see Chris Jericho freak out all the time, and that's just like perfect for him to be freaking out in the in this in the Mimosa or whatever however you pronounce it.
The mimosa.
Whatever, but a funny spot I think would be if you had just Hangman just chilling in the pool or whatever after, like, I don't know what would happen if it would be. Obviously, if
I
it's
really think
before the tag belts, you couldn't do that, but it would be funny
yeah,
if he
you
was
could
just
do it before
chilling in
tag.
there drinking.
And yeah, I also was thinking it was just that like if Orange Cassidy wins, I would expect like we said about Chris Jericho leaving, but like I don't know, showing up on like the next episode of Dynamite and being like, I need to go on some sort of like I don't know, I want to say soul searching kind of journey to try to find himself again after losing to Orange Cassidy in this like the series that they've been having.
Yeah, I mean, again, he was supposed to leave after he or lost to Mox, because of but then because he was going on tour with Fozzy, but then the pandemic happened and he just stayed. So he was supposed to be off TV for for months now. I mean, he'd probably be back by now, but that's what happened, and I think he's finally going to take some time off, and he needs it, man. He's helped this company so much, pick its feet
He's been
up
doing
off the
so much
ground.
work.
He's really elevated this company, and I mean, without him, man, like I wouldn't say they definitely would not be as good as successful as they are now without him.
Where's that thing where he said back in the his first like version of himself, I would say almost version of himself here, he's asking for the thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, he
You
deserves it,
deserve that
man.
thank
You
you.
deserve it, chant right there. That's if I could do one, I'd do one, but
We need to give that thank you to Chris Jericho after all this
I'll
time.
send him a card or something.
And now it's time to talk about the AEW Championship match between Jon Moxley and MJF.
You want to go first with this prediction? Because I still don't know.
There is a good point. I just, in my opinion, I feel like MJF is gonna win this match. I just because if we're gonna start going going forward with this, I feel like MJF has gonna have to win to change this whole like the landscape of AEW right now. And I feel like giving it to him, especially with his promo ability in the time where a lot of it is just the fans watching on TV, and then the few fans you get isn't like the small sections of the crowd. I feel like MJF is a really good person to give it to because he's a great character. So I feel like, and also like if Jon Moxley wins, unless he goes against Lance Archer, I really don't know who would go against him next.
So, yeah. I mean, now that you're saying it, like, my thing is, what does Mox do if he loses? Does he take a hiatus? Or, like, I mean, where does he
Maybe.
go? Like, he's not going to be a tag champ. Like, I mean,
I don't know.
TNT belt? I don't know. I mean, Brian Cage has to start defending that FTW belt, I thought.
He did it like
So,
once, and it hasn't done it in a while.
yeah, so I hope, they start, after this, they start defending that belt. Because that could be just another great thing to look for. I don't know, man. Normally with the WWE route, it's like whoever gets beat up at the show, go home show wins. Like whoever so Mox would win.
Yeah, but that's like
But
that's
that's
just that
yeah,
thing.
that's that company. So man,
I
I don't
guess
know,
what
man. I
is
want to
really
go
tough
against you, but I think MJF's gonna win.
because like
I gotta say it.
I feel like as I said, like I feel like going for like besides Lance Archer, I don't know who Jon Moxley would go against.
Kenny Omega again.
Maybe yeah, but just a more heel Kenny, or I don't like. I feel like the time is just the time to change the title, the champion.
Dude, man, if Pac was still here, I mean, if he is still, but if he was allowed to wrestle, dude, Pac,
Oh yeah, they would have a title match between him and Moxley, definitely. That would
dude, I
happen.
miss him so much.
Yeah, I do miss Pac a lot.
He
He
hasn't
brought
wrestled since
something.
probably March for AEW ever.
He really did bring. He brought something to AEW that everything else was different.
Oh man, I need
I
him
just look
back
forward to
now. I
him
was just
back.
thinking about that. Pac would be a big like person to like for everybody, going forward.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I hope we can open up these borders and he can come over in like the next couple of months.
I could see it happening soon at least. That's
There's
something
no
I
way
can
that
see happening.
I'm not trying to get political here, but there's no way these borders don't open up sooner. Like sooner rather than later. I don't
Because I
know, man.
don't know how everything works.
Flu
Uh,
season's coming up,
yeah, just
but
yeah. Pac would be a huge addition to the
Dude,
recurring roster.
just think if you split up Hangman, Kenny, and then Pac showed up, there would be 3 singles wrestlers right there.
Yeah, and it would, it can like, add something different to the show. And also just I'm looking forward to Adam Page and Kenny Omega being singles guys again. I'm really
Yeah,
looking forward to that.
it's been a long time of them being champs. They've been the champs since the Fozzy tour or whatever
The
what's it
boat,
called, the boat show.
the Chris Jericho's like Rock and Rager thing.
Yeah, which looked fun, and apparently it got pushed back another year to 2022, I think.
Yeah, but I think that'd be for the best because a boat
Yeah,
full
oh
of
yeah,
people.
definitely. But yeah, man, I think
It's gonna be
MJF
a great
wins.
show.
It's gonna be a great show. A lot of, like we said, we keep saying, a lot of big storylines here. It's a big day for AEW and going forward.
Hmm.
And
I feel like the storylines being told at this one is bigger than all the previous ones, just from the fact of who's involved.
yeah, there's a lot. Never mind. I was gonna say,
This is
like,
the elite we're talking about.
yeah, this is like big time because, well, okay, so like I've been reading reports that Kenny's gonna be their face of the company, not face, but like the one of the big pieces of the company in the second year because he didn't do it the first year.
It would make sense, honestly, because
It would be great.
he's been getting in that position, and also you saw him BTE at the end of the most recent episode.
So
He got the glasses on.
he had to, like, the weird stare in the back of the rearview mirror or whatever.
He got the sunglasses on.
Yeah,
So it seems like we're going in that direction to seeing the cleaner soon.
yeah. So let us know in the comments what you guys think's gonna happen. If you guys want to
Mm,
comment, we'll
it's gonna
reply. I
be
promise.
yeah.
We get
Well,
a
yeah,
lot of comments.
it's gonna be an interesting show for sure.
Yeah. Also, real quick, apparently the next show's coming before 2020. That's what I read a thing on. So I don't know when that would be, a date or whatever.
Maybe December. I don't know.
They said before 2020. Apparently, that's what Dave Meltzer said. I think.
Another show before. Wait, you mean like before 2021?
Before 2020 is over.
Oh, okay. So you mean
So like before 2021.
I think it would only be like September, December, like not
I'd
September, but
probably say like
October.
this. Maybe they announce it
December.
tonight. They do a lot of big announcements during these pay-per-views, and I'm
They
sure they
do.
have some in the works. Like the Puppy Bowl was one of them, but that was.
That
I
was
don't know if it'll be a Puppy Bowl, but they announced Blood and Guts. They announced a lot of stuff on these pay-per-view cards to look forward to.
But yeah, that's all we're gonna have for this episode for our predictions. My name is Shawn Wong.
And I'm Justin Bradley.
Make sure you tune in after All Out for our reactions and commentary.